developing this program ProKoulu, which is like pro school,
Yes.
for school. Can you tell us about it?
So this is the main thing that this ProKoulu system is that the adults behave nicely all the time, and so that good behavior to the children, and we teach them also that the good behavior them, and then when we have behaved nicely and we have taught them those things, so we could accept that they also behave nicely. We give that positive feedback to children all the time, so we notice the good behavior they do all the time. We give those pro cards and also tell them why they behave so nicely. When they don't behave nicely, we tell them how to do and practice it. So we practice also that good behavior. How we say good morning to everybody nicely and smile and say all the time thank you. And so it was when I interview teachers, so everybody told me that the thing which stress them or they are not feeling good at school because the children don't behave nicely. And that was the reason why we started this program. We started so that 1 year only adults in our school practice this good behavior. And because the adults do behave nicely, even the children started to behave nicely, even though we haven't taught them yet. Mm-hmm. About after 3 years, when I interview every year those teachers and all the other adults here, nobody told me that the main thing at school which stressed them is that not very nicely behaved children. I think we see more the good things, those children. We understand them more, and we see that everybody has some good things also. And we notice them and notice that when they behave nicely. Many years ago, there are some not so, I don't know how to say in English, but in Finland we talk about kuppikunta. It's teams which are very they do talking good. Just to each others and separate teams and maybe everybody don't even say hello to everybody, and there are some
frictions.
Luckily we got this ProKoulu system, and everybody have to commit this system, and it was not easy, and it takes many years. Every school have to commit this ProKoulu system, and when, for example, when we get the new employees, mm-hmm. they have to commit this system. University make this research because we are that kind of development school, mm-hmm. and we made this system. And of course, when I told that we have that behave nicely, started to practice how we behave nicely, there are of course teachers who said, okay, now again something blah blah blah, and do we have to be all the time sunshine, smile all the time? And I said no, we don't have to smile all the time, but we have to behave nicely. And yes, it was quite hard, but I didn't give up. And after that, all of our personnel has told me that I have got a positive feedback because I didn't give up. when the child born, they are not bad. So where do they get this bad behavior? So maybe at home adults, and of course the environment, and all what we see, and television, net, everywhere. Oh, okay. When you listen, for example, radio, what they talk, they don't talk nicely. There are bad words. Or at television, they use, for example, fuck words, and so. I think all the things. But I told the teachers, because of course they said that maybe the parents don't behave nicely. I told them, but at school, children could see that this is the place where we behave nicely, even though the parents don't behave nicely.
Maybe this practicing in the school and seeing a lot of people here behaving nicely and talking nicely to each other, it can help them to make a right choice in the future, how to be.
And I've got a lot of examples, but the latest one was it second? It's a 8 years old girl at home. Mother told me that she has made a pro cards at home, and one evening he gave mother and father pro cards because they talk nicely each other. And that mother told me that it was like first that, oh my God, we haven't behaved nicely. This week, this was the first time we don't argue with each others. And this girl noticed and give them pro cards.
Very nice example.
Yes, and there are quite many same kind of examples, and I'm very pleased because I have heard also that what happened at home. Bigger subjects that contains maths and environment and all that kind of things, and more the children try to find that knowledge somewhere, and more teamwork, and teachers maybe less teach, but they guide the children. And I hope we could make the new school, when after 2 years maybe we have that kind of school that there are less ceilings, and we have more open space, and there are different kinds of places where you can be little groups and concentrate their working, and something like that. For example, at home it's so restless, and they have kids have a lot of hobbies, and they are going everywhere, and parents maybe they haven't got time to be with the children. They have a lot of things to do. They are working. They have their own hobbies, maybe, and I have seen a lot of that things that because the parents haven't got much time, they give children those computers and televisions, and so they. I think the adults make those children sick.
But we see that there are some kids really staying 2, 3, 4 hours a day with the mobiles.
More, because they have those, what are they playing, games. And I don't know, have you seen, but I saw one game, and it was not allowed under 18 years old. And our children at home, they are playing, and they are terrible.
Yeah.
We try to, sometimes every class has an open door.
Yeah, we've seen.
Yes, and also I try to keep this door open as when it's possible, because it's much easier then to go there when the door is open, and you don't have to be afraid to go there. So usually the doors are open. Everybody helps each other, and when someone has problem, so she don't be alone. And I go there, or teachers next door to go to help and support everybody. And this is kind of short, 2 years, but it takes more time. Like I say, first year only the adults, and then. But we have
over the hills and